Hello friends, today I will teach you everything you need to know about Aya. The fastest strategy to get the most Aya per hour, lazy method how to turn Aya into plat, and the long-term method that will wield the most plat. So, Aya is a resource that accumulates slowly. It's not that uncommon, but it's really hard to get a lot of it, unless you do optimized Cetus bounties. This strategy tends to be scary at the beginning, but what better way to overcome fear than to do it with other players? Join the Aya Discord. Here you can find other Tennos that are really thirsty for the juicy plat. And yes, farming Aya solo is miserable. Please don't do it. It's a co-op game. Just play with other people. Yes, but make sure to pay thorough attention to this guide. If you join with some goofy Aya build, you will get crucified. Link to the Discord is in description. Be nice and follow the rules. Also, a quick thank you to everyone that worked on the written guide. So how does it all work? Unfortunately, you can't just hop into bounties straight, do them fast, and that's it. So bear with me. It's a process. This is where bounty rerolling comes into play. You are looking for tier 5 bounties that are named like this. Capture the Grenier agent or find the hidden artifact. If you find it, test the bounty. It needs to have these stages. Capture the target, find caches, the ones on the surface, not in the cave, assassinate, rescue, and drone. If it doesn't have these specific stages, you want to abandon the bounty and go to one of the other tents. The timer is sometimes bugged, but don't worry about that. It will still abandon after 20 seconds. Keep in mind that you can skip most dialogue with a Nightwave skip, aka just opening Nightwave when they start talking. This can be done only by the host, and it saves time significantly. Important to note that the closest tent to Cetus is always same as Konzu, so unless you got the right bounty instantly, don't check this one. Once you find either of the correct names, test the bounty and see its stages. If everything else is correct but the caches are in the cave, it's still doable, but it will be more annoying. It's on you to decide if you wanna stick to it. When you do find the correct bounty, you can finish it once solo, then invite your friends or post it in the Discord LFG. Make sure you're an invite only or friends only. If still not a single bounty is the correct one, go back to Konzu and repeat the process. Once you do get a group, remember that the correct bounty will stay in the tent until the end of the cycle. Every cycle is 2.5 hours, so plan the runs out accordingly. After each run, just reset the bounty and enjoy the Aya overflow. One more thing, you can and should use lockpins to locate the tents. This helps a lot, specifically if you are not that familiar with Plains of Eidolon. If you can't be bothered doing this yourself, either check the bounty checker from the Aya Discord or just camp the LFG channel until somebody hosts a run. So you got the correct bounty. But how do we make it even faster? With the right team composition, of course. This is our team composition. Volt, Wisp, Nova, and Nidus. So let's check the builds, starting off with Wisp. We want as much duration and strength as possible. Nothing else really matters. We also want Empower Subzoom and Molt Vigor to make our buffs even better. Arcane Bellicose is also very good and better than Vigor. If you have it, be sure to use it. And of course, Multi-Efficiency gives us more duration. With this much duration, you can do pretty much the whole bounty, only really needing to replenish the buff once when the bounty resets. And at worst, you only need to do it twice per run. Also, every single frame will run Power Donation, giving every single person in the group 60% strength. For the school, any frame relying on strength in this video will run Madurai for the 40% strength on Double Sling. For Archon shards, I got 5 Tau Reds for more strength. I primarily have this for RB. If you don't have that many shards, as long as your build is correct, it's totally fine. Next up we have Nova. You want maximum range and some efficiency and sustain. Strength is completely irrelevant. Duration shouldn't be totally neglected, so if you have rank 4 fleeting expertise, it's better than rank 5. Rest of the mods should be for parkour speed. As for the arcanes, we have Energize and Steadfast. If you don't have either, you can exchange them with more parkour velocity or duration. You might just need to use a bit of energy pads. We have Wrathful Advance. This is purely for repositioning for easier portals. Running without Prime Surefooted is alright, just take another parkour mod or something. Archon shards that are suggested are yellow parkour shards, and more the merrier, but make sure your build is at least playable. Next on the list we have Nidus. So on the Nidus you just want as much strength as possible. Again, for the arcanes you want Vigor and Bellicose, getting over 100% strength with arcanes alone. And we have Empower, same like Wisp, to get a little extra strength for our Link. Archon shards recommended for this are red strength shards. And last but not the least we have Volt. You want a lot of strength and duration. and a little bit of range, so your speed boost is not gonna be unusable for your teammates. For the arcanes we have Bellicose and Efficiency. Alternatively, you can use Smote Augmented. Also, Roar is used to give everyone more damage, making sure you delete enemies with just one bullet. And once again, Prime Sure-Footed can be used instead of Power Drift. For the Archon shards, either go for red strength or yellow parkour velocity. Now for the weapons, you want one good AOE weapon and one good single target weapon. Here we have an example of an AOE weapon, which will be a Carius Prime. We want as much base damage as possible. We run Corrosive plus Heat, since that pretty much nukes the Grineer. Faction mode is here, but don't worry, you never have to switch it, considering you always fight Grineer in Cetus bounties. And finally, secondary Fortifier to deal with Eximus, since they made them pretty annoying to deal with lately. And then our single target weapon will be Burston. We have pretty much identical build, just in primary form. This is only for exterminate and capture targets, and usually don't want to use the Incarnate form so you don't accidentally kill some enemy you're not supposed to. Also, the evolutions are the usual, no additional changes from regular gameplay. The companion I suggest is Carrier Prime. The important mods are Primed Animal Instinct for the radar, Ammo Case for ammo on your Acarius, Vacuum for random loot, and Tenacious plus Reinforced Bond. The rest is just some survivability. The companion weapon can be any weapon that can reach 50% modded crit chance. The rest is just Vigimods for extra crit chance on your primary weapon. Here we have some gameplay footage provided by the god gamer himself, Chalfus. Now let's talk about some overall important things. If you are the host, and Nova or Volt should be the host, you want to do the Nightwave skip. We talked about it before. You do that by just opening the Nightwave as soon as the NPC starts talking. And the talking will be skipped. As Volt, your main job is to give speed to your allies and the drone, while guiding the drone in Nova portals. And of course doing the other stages to your capabilities, since you have a guaranteed speed boost which can sometimes miss your allies because of ping issues. During the last bounty stage you want to already be at the tent to start the next bounty immediately after completion. Then we have Nova. Your main job is to make the drone phase as fast as possible. You will put portals all the way to the white marker while Volt guides the drone. Volt should also not speed up the drone until Nova has placed at least one portal. During rescue stage you will pretty much do the same thing and portal the rescue target towards the marker. Help in any other stages if you happen to be faster than Volt. As for Nidus, your main job is to buff your Wisp as they put the modes. First things first, you will need to get some stacks so you can even be able to cast your link. This can be done on random enemies or enemies during the drone stage. Once you gather 1 to 2 stacks, regroup with your Wisp and link them for the maxed out buffs. For absolute min-max you want to relink once you slurp the health mode so you get the Arcane Bellicose buff and also wait for an energy orb plus empower before casting your second link. Also remember to pre-buff Madurai with Sling Strength for both Nidus and Wisp while you are setting up. Wisp, once the Nidus has linked you, use the health mode once. This should give everyone at least 3k HP for Arcane Bellicose, and that's enough. Then if you have, you should drop a Protea Spectre. Once you get one energy orb to proc your energy conversion, you will use your haste mode to give the maximum amount of speed to everyone. You should never use the electric mode in Cetus bounties. At most it will make the mission slower, so just don't use it. And lastly, either Nidus or Wisp will put a Necramech onto the drone marker. This will help Nova not teleport the drone to Uganda and get the drone stuck or confused. So everything that's left to do is rinse and repeat. Learn to be consistent. The amount of Aya earned will depend on the efficiency of your group. Now, how to use Aya? The lazy method to making platinum with Aya is to just sell it. Indirectly. People usually go for full trade, so make sure you have at least 6 Aya to sell. How this exactly works: since you can't directly sell Aya, you find a buyer first and agree on the price. I really wouldn't sell below 5 plat, as that is a very fair price in my opinion. That's 30 plat per full trade. And buy relics for them. Each relic you bought is now worth 5 plat. If you need quick buck, this is the way to do it effortlessly. Also, by the way, you can buy Aya relics from your ship. Just open the market and under Resurgence, everything will be displayed. No need to go to Varzia every single time. And now for the higher work, higher reward way. First check Resurgence and see what all is currently available. Next check the Warframe market to see the highest value item. This will usually be meta stuff like Serene, Volt, Glaive Prime, etc. if they haven't been available for a while. Find a group of people who want to run same relic, full radiant or flawless. Buy and open relics and farm up full sets. Again, you have an option of selling or waiting based on if you need plat right now or not. These items will get a significant value increase over a span of couple months, so you can basically double or triple your profits if you are patient. And if you want to learn even more about how to use Aya efficiently, I have a video here. This will help you to do just that. You can see all the math, how to do the runs optimally and everything. Link in description as usual. That's gonna be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this yap session about Aya. If you want to see more meta strategies, awesome builds and guides, be sure to like and subscribe. I will catch you in the next one.